How's it going, everybody? Kyther here, and welcome back to another episode of Satisfactory. Hello, flying moth thing. You may have noticed that this is where I took my thumbnail from last time, or for last episode. You can also see that our weapons factory that we created now has a roof. I am up on conveyor lifts. And I'm going to leave those conveyor lifts there. It's a good spot to actually get a screenshot of this area of our base and keep an eye on it and keep track of the changes. But anyway, the weapons factory, I decided to give it not just a flat roof like this bit. I initially had this go all the way across, and I decided to give it some little divots by using the smaller slopes as such. And much like the entryway here, I have left this band go all the way around for a little bit of extra detail. It had a flipped one there, although it's kind of hidden away because of the roof. And much like I said at the end, and much like I said I would last episode, I have now added these three constructorators of the steel pipes. I say beams again, they're pipes. Into the little storage containers down here, which I've literally just put together. So we can have the pipes to use for the trains that we shall hopefully get around to messing around with this episode. But before we can start messing around with the trains, there's two things I want to do for that. One is to unlock thine radio tower. We have all the stuff necessary on me, and the beacons all the way up there. Shall launch the button. So sad that I've turned the volume down for that. Ada.
Radar technology unlocked. The radar tower automatically charts and updates the map of your FICSIT approved designated zone in a radius dependent on its height. Initial charting takes a variable amount of time.
Okay. Goodeth to knoweth. But, going in all the places that it's not. Right there. The lookout tower. The radar tower. I could almost build it. I just need 10 more beacons. How? That thing is tall. I can't even see it on my screen on how tall that is. That's crazy. However, that was one thing. The second thing is something that has not been constructed or seen in a very, very long time. And I am, of course, talking about our space elevator, which we need to put back down for the reason of, simple reason, the fact that stage or tier 7 has become available to us, much like the trains. We need to get this thing back up and running. Let's see if we can watch the thing up the top sort of just appear or spawn in. Yeah, there we go. I was dead center on it. Damn. I also want to watch this the animation again, because this is just cool. What's cooler than a space station? Rocket itself up to space. And in comes the dangles. I'm running into a rock. Whoosh. Ba 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 ba. Ba da da da. And shakoosh. And I'm not entirely sure, but that kind of looks different. It might be just because of the angle that I have it on here, though. Yep. But I need to specifically hop up here. But that's a lot of things. Heavily modular frames, computers, and the motors. 1,000 of each. Do we have enough? Well, considering I have put the heavy modular frames and the computers into a bin, yes, we have enough of them. However, the same cannot be said about our motors which are in the bins over here. I think it's mainly this one, yeah. Short that out. Pretty much, I think that's about it. 1, 2, 3, 13. I think there's actually 1 or 2 elsewhere around. Not too sure, but that's basically all the motors that we have. However, the other exception is the rotors. Getting stuck. And the stators. I have more than enough of them to make enough rotors to put into this glorious thing and send them to space. So I say, it really does pay to know what you're doing. So this is my very, very bad, very rough rendition of putting together these things to make the motors. Let's just jump back up here. We're connected to the power, which we're gonna have issues with very soon, because this is getting close to the thing. You know what else would be great? Is if I didn't leave my cables in the boxes over here. Well, I can actually just pick all that back up. That works fine. But anyway, let me show you. It's time to come clean. I already recorded like the first 10-ish minutes of this. Everything I've done today already. Where are my things? I can't see them. They are there. Let me show you what my first rendition of this looked like. Yeah, so didn't look all that great, and a lot worse. So yeah, I mean, it was kind of somewhat easier to put together in some ways. But anyway, so we should be making about 800 worth of the motors, which I'm guessing are about to go through. Each of these makes 5 a minute, and we have 6 of them, just for even numbers, with pulling out 60 at a time from there, so they'll never go overflow more than that. So yeah, we're good. But anyway, so while that does that, I think we are going to... You aren't straight. Interesting. Oh, have I only just noticed that now? I must have placed that from that one. But anyway, we're going to do some other things while we wait for this to stack up. Alright, so... so while we wait for that, so we can send that off, I think what I want to do is just test around with the trains. Now they have an arrow here. They only go that way. This thing is huge as well. Like, my goodness. I was going to do it on that platform, but I did not realize how big these things were. So we'll just do it out here on the open grasslands, I suppose. We'll place a train station. So we have empty platforms. Do one freight platform. Does that matter which way that goes? No, so that doesn't matter which way that goes. Which, no. Let's place it that way for now. Dunk. Skulvadesi. Don't know. It and its affiliates are not responsible for any delays caused by any reason. Wait. No, wait. I wanna... Oh, I can name my train station. Okay. We won't bother about that for now. Okay, timetable. We'll deal with that later. Let's add... Yeah, I suppose we'll just do the railway. They do some nice curves. I believe they... Oh... Jeez, the truck scared me. How far can we go? We just go... Oh, there we go, too long. So you can only do like a unit of 9 by the looks of it. Okay. Too sharp a really? Okay, we're just experimenting here. Place that one. We go again. There we go. They do... they do bend. It just goes straight to the ground. Just do a bit of a wobsy-turby all the way. Wait. No? Okay, I thought I immediately placed one, but that is not the case. Connect it back in. It'd be interesting to see whether the train like squashes that or something. I did not even realize I went around that. Anyway, let's get ourselves a plan. We want to go that way. And then we have the freight car, which I don't think has really much difference on it, but which way it goes. Shaboosh. Open inventory. So it's a 3 and a bit. It's just a bit bigger than a standard container, and then this can have way much more in it. Interesting. So I did see that it had the 2 input output. You can just climb up to the very tippity top up here. Alright, well, let's try to hook some power up to this. They're connected from the other side, I believe. It did. There's power over there, but that's really far away. Did I reach it? No, of course not. Let's quickly connect it up. Alright, so interesting that the freight car shows up on the map. Well, but we're connected. We can drive it. That's a docking for a second. What do we got in C? Timetable. Presume we can go to other stops. Chill. That's not what I was expecting. Awesome. Look at the engines. We go on around in loop. And does not care about rocks and ground. We go on super fast. I did not break that. E-brake. Oh, it is fast and it takes a while to stop. Let's try to get out. Fine. You're just gonna just keep rolling, or you're eventually gonna stop. So I'm curious if you put two trains on here. You do. I really should put in just another station. Train station. Oh boy. Can I connect it to a track that exists? It looked like I could. Oh, hi train. What are you doing? Do I have you going backwards? I guess I had you going backwards. Can we just plonk it? We'll just plonk it down, I suppose. Let's see if we can just connect it to sharp of a turn. Alright, well that's all the way over there. Connect you on here. And now go up there. Yep. And I presume this will have a sharp turn. No, that's fine. Cool. Alright, let's try this timetable out. Hit the plus. Station C. You may have mentioned so cosmic apply changes. Ah, okay. As we click that, start and stop. Can I get out? Can it just go? Aha, train. Just go. So I've seen a couple of people mess around with these, but you know, you got to get a feeling for it with yourself. And we want you to load the train. Put that in. See what happens. Get a good look at this without being inside of a plant. I probably have the wrong button pressed, actually. That looks like it's unloading. Oh, wait, no. It's doing its thing. And it just grabs it from up above there. We'll put this back on. What's inside here? Ah, we're too slow to see it. But now, cargo gone. That's interesting that I can't interact with this. I'm on the train now. Woo woo. We go. To see what happens. But it's interesting that this has a higher capacity than what the train can take. So you can put more than one stop in here, I guess? I don't know. Well, We'll see what the unloading looks like, and then I want to try putting a second train on here and see what happens. And the train pulls into a station. See when this configure the thing go. There you go. The moment the animation starts playing, I can't interact with it anymore. Very, very interesting. We get to see this open. Gink, gink, gink. Actually, another thing I'm curious about. Don't squish me. Don't squish me. Just a black void. Oh, that's cool. Alright, well, I'm going to we're going to change this to load and mess around a bit. Alright, let's see what happens. Oh. What happens with, actually, can we, no. Where do I have to do it? Because you can split the train track. Yeah, look. Boop. Add a little ring on it, and then it's got this little switch here. Which is cool, which I'm guessing the train just automatically knows how to do that itself? Maybe? I'll add a bit of a loop here. So kind of a pointless loop. See, there's a message sphere down there that I've never picked up. So now that you've loaded, when it runs off, I want to see what happens if we reload it again without taking the stuff out. If that's something that it just bypasses, or don't know. Well, I put concrete in there, so I'll put more concrete in, as well as plastic. Just curious to see how that goes. Meanwhile, I suppose I'd probably have to put in another station, but I'm just curious. I'm gonna whack a train on here. Which way is he going? Yeah, I want him to go backwards. Oh, so they just go. There's a slope. He will just roll. Well, this would be curious. Whether what happens here? Do they just pass through each other? Do they keep going straight? Okay, so they just pass straight through each other, so I presume collisions with trains on trains just can't happen? Which is probably a good thing. Now let's see what happens with the cargo here. If it replaces it, or if it shows it... No, so it's going to add it. Interesting. So it'll just override it, even though there's something already here. Now he's reversing into here. Gosh. Oh! That's even cooler. So the bottom of it just opens up. Okay, I thought you were going to pick this up for a second. That's cool. Anyway. I want to burst forwards. Is there a way that I can manually determine which way we go? I just held forward. Terrifying. Whoosh. I want to know if I hold like left or right, if I will go off a track. I'm holding right. No. Can I manually switch this then? Press E. He's not working. I also do not want to be road killed. Oh boy. Hey, it swapped. Okay. Well, what happens if I manually change this one? See if this one or if it swaps it back. Because technically that would work. In a way. Alright, well, interesting. I'm trying to toggle it back to the other way. Where are you going? Nope, he just went straight. Which is weird because I was trying to toggle it before and it wouldn't let me. So that's cool. I like trains. Trains are the best. No? Okay, we're good to toggle it. So, trains just go the path that they're set to go. That is awesome. Actually, what about... What's your time? You had a timetable as well, right? Oh, we lost power. Okay. I don't know how I did that. Set them both going, I suppose. But easy enough to toggle it back on. So they'll tell me like what stops the trains are coming in. Wait. I can name the trains. Insert choo-choo name. I didn't see it's not what I was trying to do. Alright, cool. Well, now we've messed around with those, let's quickly get the power back on before I have very big problems running throughout our base. Actually, with that small amount of time messing around with the trains, we actually have enough of these motors made to go fire off the space station. So, annoyingly enough, can we actually control all these in here like that? No, doesn't work that way. It's normally, yeah, so we just have to click them in there. I don't have enough room to actually take everything. And with the exception of the motors we were using for the trains, take all those in. We have about 5 motors spare that I had left stored with me. And the final 300 goes in. Seal the crate. And then we send. Coming message. What's happening there? That's freaking out. Hello, animation. Ada didn't say anything. That just jolted around. Whoosh, away it goes. All forms of weird warp stuff just happened then. I feel like it's kind of broken, the fact that it's doing that. The fact that that freaked out as well. Okay, well, I guess that's that. That's just gonna freak out for a little while. Let's see, if we hit X, I think we get these messages from Ada? I would have thought so, but I'm not sure whether it goes down, up or up, down, or if it's just random. Milestone. Can we see any other milestone there? Gas mask. Ethereum. Trains. Is it this one? Yep, just new project assembly phase. If that was indeed it. What was it actually called though? Just systems. Tier 7. Nuclear power. Oh boy. I still can't have the motors to do that. And the Bayer process. I don't understand why that's there. Because I can already scan for kilowatts. A turbo motor. Oh boy. Aluminium ingot. None of this aluminum. I say aluminium. Conveyor belts. 780 items. And a Mark III miner. Well, we are a little stuck for parts at the moment. Not so much L2. This is what we're left with in our 2 containers. So we have enough of those. Well, actually, wait, they both required 400, didn't they? No. Of course, they were 200 and motors are 400. I'm gonna need a lot more motors to actually get that. So hopefully it doesn't annoy you that I have put these... Yeah, I think I've totally put them in the wrong one. But those 300 stators, as far as I can tell, they're the last 300 that I have. Which is not good, because we are short by about just short of 50 or something. Because that's what, all that's going to make is 150 motors. Actually, I have 50 here. 200. We're short 15. We're short 15 motors to actually grab either the nuclear power or the other one. Which is... That is just a kick in the Soft spots. 5. Okay. 10 short. It's a 15. Well, I know what we're going back and making next. Alright, so due to a fantastic revelation that I have had, I'm going to take all of those. Well, to be honest, it's more of a realization. But our train had the last 10 motors that we needed. And so, with that, we are probably gonna go, as nice as that would be. All this beauty stuff, like this stuff is, to me, seems not unnecessary. Like I don't know what I'd be using those for. Unless I got new building parts or something. I don't know. But I think we're gonna be undertaking the nuclear power. Clicked on the wrong thing. Boop doop. Wish you could sort of do a slide across. That'd be great, but no. Boop doop boop. Boop boop. Nuclear power, we are ready for you. You gonna talk this time, Ada?
Milestone reached. With the provided buildings and parts, you can now set up nuclear power generation, which balances an increase of fuel production complexity with improved power output.
Ooh.
Protective measures against radiation have been included. Note, this method of power generation creates nuclear waste.
Which we have to work out what we do with. Anyway, so we are complete, unless there is a hidden box somewhere, we are completely motorless, with the exception of the, not the map, it's not what I wanted, the freight platform, which uses 5 motors. Otherwise, I have no motors in this entire factory. There we go, that's what I should be calling this. Not a city, not a base, but a factory. Or factories, because there's multiple of them. But, yeah. So that'll be the first thing we work on, because we're going to be needing that. I would definitely like to unlock Teir numero 7 part 2 Obeya process as soon as possible. But, as we do with everything, I was going to stand up on top of that. What's the button? It's been too long. See. Where thou be uranium ore. I suppose we can open it up on the map. We're going to get multiple pings. We're going to get 1 ping. It's going to be a ways away. By the looks of it. Oh boy. That is, oh, there we go. We have 2. That one is on the cusp of where our... Well, they changed the map. They have these nice outlines now. Whoa, a third one. I've walked over that. It's under water? That one is in down this road. By the looks of it. Chat on the abyss, but also these trees are beautiful. And they stand out so much from down here. It's absurd. But anywho, we've only got about 5 minutes left. I think I'll leave the uranium hunting the next time. Along with maybe setting up the things. Hang on. So we need to I need to work out what we need. These recipes in the parts. Oh, I did look at it before. Before the... I've scrolled past it. I know I can search, but it's easy to do that. We just need more wire, as usual. And the pipes. So that was, so it's 60 and 18. Making 6 of these a minute. And then the motor requires 2 of these. At 5 a minute. No. 10 a minute. So I need only need 2 of these at most right now. Because as far as I can tell, I don't think anything actually uses the stators apart from the motors. Oh boy, we can actually look at all this stuff and what it costs. We could do that in here. Production. Nope. Power. Nuclear power plant. 2,500 megawatts. Excuse me? That is bonkers. Why wouldn't you swap those around? You were nicely in order until nuclear power plant showed up. Consumes nuclear fuel rods to produce power, has an input so loading can be automated. Nuclear fuel rods are constructed from mined uranium that produces nuclear waste. These are the other things that I need to get being made, because I'm not using them at the moment. And you can use computers. There's a word and a half there that was never said properly. What else is in here? Anything else brand new? Not looking like it. Just need to build ourselves a radio tower. I have everything on me. Screw it, let's build one. Just to wrap up today. So it said, oh, I don't have wrong button. Jetpack on. It said being higher was better. I was gonna say I have a perfect spot for it in being over there, but I doubt I can place it on top of a non-flat surface. Well, if it lets me put it up there, that is where we shall put it. Now, I don't normally, at this since the series has moved along, prefer not to record at night time, but damn it. It might. No, it won't. Floor is too steep. It would be a beautiful spot for it. Let's see if we can just put a oh boy, tiny platform up here. Have I ever been up here since I got the jetpack? I do believe I haven't. Whether or not this tower stays here as well will be another thing. Can I place you there now? I can. It's just very fiddly to do so, because I can't get you quite centered while flying, because that's just obnoxious. Ooh. Go, go, radio tower. Damn. Oh boy, I'm inside the thing. Hey, look, we have a ladder. Let's climb it to the tippy top. See what this thing's about. I can configure it already. Okay. That is, you know, slightly presumptuous. Presumptuous? No. I don't know what the word I want is. Terrifying, maybe? Hello, tower. Ooh. Maximum scanned area. Current scanned area. No, you need power. Tower E. Well, the fact that I have to give you power, where does the power come from? It'd be amazing if it would have to be from down below, right? Have to be. Well, we're almost on par with hello. What is that I spy up there? It'd be food. Of course. Never mind. I thought it was something a little more... Be very, very careful. Was gonna say tasty? Tasty is not the right word. Where are you coming from? You're coming from there. Can I just hijack you onto there? I can. Huzzah. Fly back up here then. Oh my word, you're already at 55%. Words today are not working with me. You've scanned that thing. No, it was this one. And I have more detail on the top of that now. This is totally not necessary to be here. But it's probably the best spot I can put it for now. I want these towers to be everywhere. I want this entire map filled out. I mean, that looks pretty cool up there. If it weren't for the fact that I had to put it on top of that little platform to put it there, it would have been better. Although, had I put dish one there, we can do that. Let me fix it. Well, I accidentally hit the scanner, but tower looked pretty good. Not too sure. Okay, so I searched for oil. No, not oil. Sulfur. Wrong word. That looks alright. Looks a bit funky from the other side. And if I rotate it any other way than having the ladder being up that side or that side of it, probably also reconnect it back to the power grid. You were connected to that one last time, I think. But yeah, that thing's not looking great, but I reckon it looks cool. Anyway, that's gonna be doing it for today, guys. Hopefully you have, enjoyed it. If you did, please feel free to stick around and see some more Mr. Tower. Should go literally and name it Mr. Tower. We'll see if it's high. I don't think the top of it is high enough to actually scan. And if it did it in like a bubble, that would be cool. But I think the top of it, or a certain point of it, needs to be above that. The top of that to be checked. We should probably go check that out at some point too. But yeah, we will have this entire map filled out. I can't say soon. Soon would never work. But anyway, that's all. I shall see you guys next time when we go looking for some uranium and set up our state or factory again. Probably have to set up a rotor one too. Oh boy. This entire thing may be changed. Anyway, that's all. I shall see you guys next time. But until then, bye.